Hello, my name is Michael O'Keefe, aka The Movie Wist. If you enjoy this interview and want to hear more top-notch film industry conversations, please press the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell to stay in the know. Alright, so I want to say first of all, congratulations to both of you guys. Debut movie, how does it feel? Freaks is the movie.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so exciting to be here, and we're so grateful to TIFF for putting the movie in the festival, and we're finally going to show it to people after years of work.
Yeah, the two of us kind of went on a long walk, and we're like, we got to just make a movie. We just got to think of something together and write it and make it no matter what happens. We just got to make it, whether it's you and me acting in it in your house with your kid and a camera, and you know, 3 or 4 years later now, we have Emil playing the role that Adam was going to play, Bruce Dern playing the role I was going to play.
That's
and,
funny.
you know, we didn't just have his 5D. We had a whole crew of people, and the movie turned out really well.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, and I was wondering, why don't you tell our audience about how you guys met, because it's kind of a funny story.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We met on a reality show. We were both reality show contestants on a show called On the Lot 11 years ago that was produced by Steven Spielberg. It was a competition show for directors. And we made a short film every week and competed against each other, but also became best friends and started, it opened a lot of doors for us. And we started directing separately, but then also more and more working together over the years. And then now we're here.
Yeah, this film is really, like I said, the first time that we've really shown the world what it is we want to do together.
Yes.
And it's really that personal story that we've kind of tried to create to show the world who we are.
Yeah, as a director, you when you're coming up, you take whatever jobs are there,
Right.
and you do the best you can with them, and work for the people who hire you with full faith. But this is the first time we've gotten to make the kind of story that we want to be, making.
That's fantastic. And tell me about what the reaction has been from audiences at TIFF.
Well,
What's that been like?
Our first screening is in a few hours. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited to answer that question.
Yeah, okay. Damn. Well, I won't get it, but...
Well, but you know what? You've seen the film, right?
I've seen the film, yeah.
So you're one of the first people to see the film in the world. We've kept it under wraps.
When did you guys shoot it?
We shot it 1 year ago.
Oh, okay.
And
it's still a long time.
And we, been editing it and doing the visual effects and the sound and all that stuff. But through that whole time, we never announced it. We never did it put out a press release. We never even put it on IMDb.
Right.
We kept it completely secret because we wanted audiences to be able to have the feeling of watching it without knowing much about it. Because it is a very mystery-driven film. You're kind of figuring out what's happening as you watch it. And we kind of wanted people to have that experience at its premiere.
I like that. I love just like, it's not just like the latest shiny objects. You just kind of walk into something, or like back in the day when they had Blockbuster, you just like flip through. This is kind of cool. Maybe I'll check this one out. Yeah, that's interesting. So, will Toronto, you think, after tonight, hold a special place in your heart forever?
It already does.
What does Canada mean to you guys?
It already does. I mean, with the TIFF programmers who program the film, we've already told them that we'll be forever grateful for them to believe in the film and to give it its first public platform.
Yeah, they've been really incredible champions of it too. They've really wanted to tell the world about how much they believe in this film, and you spend your career as a filmmaker thinking of the programmers of the film festivals, these evil gatekeepers that always say no. To finally meet them and see that they're cheerleaders of film just like we are, and really want the film to do well, and the city's been a really, really great support of the film, and it'll be the first audience in the world to see it. So.
My God.
Steve Gravestock and Dennis Goulet, who are the program the Canadian films, we just owe them a debt of gratitude.
If you were just like waiting at the bus with just a stranger, some weirdo like myself, how would you pitch them Freaks?
We would say that Freaks is about a little girl who's grown up in a house her whole life and never left, and her dad said, you can never leave because people will kill you. You can't even look out the window. And she finally gets up the courage to escape, thinking that he's not telling the truth. And as soon as she gets outside, she realizes he is telling the truth. People are out there and they want to kill her.
So it seemed to me like this kind of I know you probably don't want to it would take the piss out of it to like spell it out. But to me, it seemed like a metaphor for like kind of interesting or different people, their persecution in society, and like as movie guys, we know the jocks don't necessarily like get down with Fellini or Bergman in high school.
Exactly.
So, but are you afraid that might be too cerebral or might go over the head of some audience members?
If we wanted it to be kind of first and foremost a story about this little girl and her search for love in the world and this family that's trying to survive in this dangerous world, and then for the thematic kind of overtones about discrimination and xenophobia to kind of be something that hits you afterward, that makes you feel like, oh, wait a second, this is really a story about our world and the kind of sometimes terrible things that happen in it.
What I love about science fiction, like best science fiction, is that's what science fiction is it takes stuff from our real world, the issues and things that we're all dealing with in our real world, applies them to a new, strange world, and gives you a whole new lens to see those issues through, while not overdoing it. So that it still is a movie on its own, and that's what we really tried to do.
Very cool. So as far as casting goes, what got me really excited when I got the little email for this movie was Bruce Dern. I mean, he's the Confederate in The Hateful Eight. He's so cool. He's like, what is he, best friends with Jack Nicholson too?
Since the beginning.
This is the first science fiction film Bruce Dern's done since 1971.
What? What was the 71 film?
Silent Running.
It's called Silent Running.
I haven't heard of that one, but I gotta check it down now.
I don't know that film holds up to modern viewers.
It was big in its day.
But Bruce he's a legend. He's been acting since he was 18, and he's 82 now. So he's had lots of experience. And he's
worked with Elia Kazan, Alfred Hitchcock, and now you guys.
Absolutely.
That's
and he would tell us that all the time.
He knows everyone and has stories about everyone, and he can, you could just spend a week just listening to his incredible stories. But Bruce has also told us that he hates science fiction films because he thinks they're all fake. And he's all about realism. And the intense emotions and relationships that come from really visceral, real stories. But when he read our script, he flattered us by saying that this wasn't for him a science fiction film. This was a story about a family and a guy, his character, Mr. Snowcone, who really wants to save his daughter.
That's right.
And that's what he gripped onto with, all his teeth and fingernails. and he just chewed the hell out of this part. And it's really something to see. We have Lexi Kolker playing our 7-year-old lead. And we had Bruce Dern playing 81-year-old Mr. Snowcone. And you very rarely get to see that age spread on screen. I can't think of another film where you see a 7-year-old and an 81-year-old, go toe-to-toe. It's really something to see.
So let's talk about Lexi for a second. You said how old? Like 8 now? 9?
She had her 8th birthday on set.
Okay, this is ridiculous. I hate it when this happens. I hate it when someone under 10 is more accomplished than I probably will ever be in my entire life. It's just not fair. But how was working with her? And another thing I wanted to sort of talk about for our audience is there like a time limit you can use the kids?
Yeah.
How does that work?
On set, when you're working with kids, they have to do a certain amount of schooling, and they can only work for so long, because to protect them and stuff.
Sure.
And so that makes it that every second that they're on set is very, very precious. But Lexi is really, we're in the discovery section at TIFF, and that's really because of her. She's an amazing discovery. She really brings a performance that she's with Emile and Bruce, these icons of cinema, and she is right there with them, showing them how it's done, and
toe to toe.
And everyone really comes out of the film talking about her performance. It's really powerful.
We think she's going to be a superstar. I mean, it's sort of like when Natalie Portman was in Leon the Professional, or Drew Barrymore in E.T. and Firestarter, where you see this kid who you just know as a superstar. And working with her was incredible. We, from the moment we discovered her in the audition, when we did a lot of improv in the audition process for that role and while we were filming, because we really wanted that sense of realism. And she just brought this emotional power, and then could switch it off. You know, even in the audition, when she's just her eyes were watering and her nostrils were flaring, and then we said, "Okay, wow, that was great." She's, "Oh well, this is really fun." You know, she just immediately turned into this bubbly 7-year-old.
That is so funny, because I remember when I would do like stupid like little like skits in drama class in high school. I was like lunch period. I'd be like, if I was broody, I was broody. If I was, I couldn't do that, you know. But you know, that's why I'm a schmuck. But anyways, what's it like to work so closely together, like to co-direct? Why do you guys share the glory?
Yeah,
why not just like do your own thing?
The glory is twice as great. That's why.
Oh, okay.
The you know, from the collaboration comes just we find the work is so much better. There's always tons of stuff that we see eye to eye because we obviously directed it together, but it's all the little times that there's stuff that we see separately, and you really kind of peel those back and figure out, well, I saw it this way, well, I saw it this way, and then that third option is usually 10 times better than either of those ways. And that happens over and over and over again, and that, I think, really lends to why the film is as strong as I think it is.
It is strong.
Is the collaboration. You know, we've done stuff separately before, and we're very proud of that work. But we just quickly realized that the collaboration that we had led to work that we were much, super proud of. So something we've continued to do, and we just finished co-directing our second film.
Oh, okay. So that was good to wrap up and next question. So you guys are going to work together again.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's happening. The next project is happening.
Yep. We shot our next movie this past summer. Which is a project for Disney.
Whoa!
It's a live action movie called Kim Possible, which is based on a cartoon, a great cartoon that Disney made about 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a very, very huge fan base. If you know any women kind of 18 to 25 and you say Kim Possible, they start screaming and jumping up and down. It's sort of like the Transformers or G.I. Joe of their time.
Seriously? That's so funny because I know a guy named Kim Possible in Ottawa.
Well, there you go.
Khie. Whatever.
Well, he must be a huge fan.
Wow.
I'll tell him all about it. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, and I wish you only good things in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.